Hey guys, welcome to yet another episode of Enormous the Podcast. I'm doing this introduction because today is stuff that I couldn't fit in last week's episode. Talking about my birthday and my kids. It's kind of a sweet story, so I hope you enjoy that. God dang, I'm hogging the bottom of the frame. Sit up straight, sir. Anyway, frick. I got a picture on the wall. That's cool, huh? Bye. Bye, picture. Anyways, we're back at the piss bowl. And I'm shooting this without a fancy clamp or a fancy microphone. So this is some wilderness survival level shit. Also, I'm going to talk after this stuff is all done about doing something, talking about my days, my Colton days, about the community. So stick around, check it out. And without further ado, let's get into it. My kid fucks me up, man. My son. My birthday was in the last week of May, and I see my kids every other weekend, more or less. More when there's breaks, but anyway, my son was all excited. He got me this this little Nerf gun, and that's what he thought would be cool to get me for my birthday. And then he was so excited that he got himself one exactly alike. They're identical. And what he wanted to give me for my birthday was a Nerf gun war. Fuck. It's probably one of the sweetest things I've ever seen in my life. How excited he was, and that in an innocent way, that he knew that spending time with me was going to be valuable. And so he got me this fucking Nerf gun, man. And then he came down, and we had a Nerf gun war, and then we wrestled, and I feel like I won. I feel like I won the wrestling match. And then we came in the house and drew comics, and it was the best thing that's ever happened to me on my birthday, probably in my whole life. But he's a sweet kid. He's a sweet kid. Fucks me up. He reminds me, I guess, of me, even though I was dealing with a whole lot of other shit. I think I would have been more like that, given the chance. So I guess part of me's happy because I feel like I'm doing something right. The fact that he is almost 10 years old and he still feels free to be a real sweetheart, free to be emotionally expressive, and free to just be just a genuine person. So I'd like to at least attribute some of that to me, even though Lord knows I have lost that along the way. But that's my kid. That's my goddamn kids, dude. But yeah, no, so he fucks me up, as previously stated. So yeah, that was emotional. But man, I'm not sure what comes next. I gotta clean my fan. It's not my fan, but it's the fan that's in my bedroom. I say my fan because I have this misplaced sense of ownership 100% not my fan. It's all hers. All her fan. Dude, it's crazy. We have two fans. We have like this circular tubey, maybe not tube, that's probably bad, but it's like this round fan, this wind tunnel ass thing that just chews the air out. And then we got this box fan. Both of them run simultaneously from different angles as many hours of the day as she's in the room, she being my fiance. If she's in the room, both fans are on, and it's just a tornado right where she sleeps, this tornado of air, and that runs all the time. And from time to time, they get a little dust on the blades, so I clean them out to make that air clean and fresh and swift. But yeah, man, Kansas doesn't have enough tornadoes. We need one in our bedroom. We even have a movie that started out with a tornado here in Kansas. Man, Kansas, dude, people from Kansas are just disproportionately proud of the Wizard of Oz. And I mean, it's kind of a cool show. I haven't seen it since I was a little kid. I probably need to watch it again so I know what the fuck I'm talking about. But like that, there was a president, Eisenhower, maybe, some astronaut, and the band Kansas, and that's what Kansans are proud of. I'm from Iowa. We have Bridges of Madison County, John Wayne Field of Dreams, Slipknot, and that's about it. Corn. The only Iowa president is a president that no one talks about out of a deep, deep, deep sense of national shame, and that would be Herbert Hoover, Iowan. So yeah, the land between two rivers. I think that was a state slogan in Iowa for a while. Fuck that. Fuck that whole state. Anyway, yeah, gotta clean the fan, and the chair that I used to sit at my computer broke yesterday, and I'm fucking furious about that because I have some uncomfortable ass chair, and now it's like pitched forward, breaking my back. I hate that chair. My old chair broke because like I'll lean back and watch shows, and nothing is duty rated for a rhinoceros. There's not a manufacturer in the world who's making chairs that can take continuous ass traffic from me day in and day out. So yeah, I wore that chair out. I've had it for like a year and a half or two, something. 2.5 year and a half, something. Who knows? It doesn't even matter. I broke it. I broke it with my fat behind. And now it's no longer a thing. At any rate, man, I'm thirsty right now. Round two, I dripped some on my shirt. That's my whole life right there. You are what you are. Never gonna escape fate. And my fate is shit all over my clothes all the time. Because apparently, I don't know how to put anything in my mouth. God dang it. At least the lawnmower's not going this week. Honestly, I am still thinking about the whole freedom gas thing. That's how much, that's what kind of idiot focus I have. I'm still thinking about freedom gas. It makes me think of, France did something to piss the United States off. They didn't support us in a war effort or some bullshit like that. And then they decided that they were going to call French fries freedom fries. You remember that whole fucking thing? God, that's so funny. I'll have some freedom fries. Hey, hey, lady, you want a freedom kiss me? So stupid. I'll have the salad with a little freedom dressing on it. Where, oh, so where did you go on your vacation? Oh, we went and saw Paris. Oh, I love Freedom Land. Ah, fuck. France pissed us off, so we couldn't say the word France or French anymore because we were mad. That is some toddler ass shit, dude. That's so funny. Man, that's funny. That is funny. That's one of my, that has got to be one of my favorite things ever. Our response as a nation. We can't we can't say that word in this house. My mom will get mad. My mom will get mad if I say that word. Ah, God. We're on fire. We've been on fire for a while. But it's all good, man. It's all good. We're on fire. I'll tell you what. This posting a video, and I'm not even hitting it hard. I'm not trying to make a living out of this channel or anything, and I can't imagine the amount of work that someone who's doing this like professionally and has like a respectable channel who actually knows what in the hell they're doing. I can't imagine how much work that is, man. Because just putting out a video on a week, that is labor intensive. It's crazy, and I'm thinking about it all the time, trying to come up with what I'm going to talk about next, and kind of think about the direction I'm going to head. In case you didn't notice, no script. I just decided after talking to my friend, Mr. Germ Dizzle, second shout out, dude. Um, I decided that I'm just going to steer away from scripts because everything gets real stifled. Really just, not stifled? That's not the word I wanted to use at all. Maybe stilted. And I think I've already said that in a video. Well, that's original. But it's just real janky, and I'm constantly like sneaking little looks at my script and then trying to act like I'm not reading while I'm clearly reading, like an idiot. So I'm just gonna come up with the subjects I come up with, talk about them, and if it hits, it hits. If it's slapping, then it's slapping. And if it's not, then you know what? It's all good. I learn a little more every week. That's why I'm wearing this stupid gray shirt. And I took the stuff on the wall down behind me. Did that sentence even make sense? I'm not even sure what I said. The mirror and the picture that were on the wall, I've temporarily removed them. My God, what a mental disaster. I got a shitload of sleep too, man. I slept in. And I haven't even shaved yet. So, yeah, that's what all this gritty stuff is. But this is the real me. That's what you're going to get. And I thought that I could do the real me on a script, and I can't. That's the moral of the story. If this were an Aesop fable, then that would be the little moral at the end of the story. Baldwin learned that scripts are bad. A script in time is a really bad idea. That's the moral. Anyway, God, I get off in the weeds so hard. If anybody's still watching this video at this point, a toast to you, sir or ma'am. You're a goddamn superhero. but it was a long week. Corrections work is really is it's weird for me, um, internally speaking. Um, I spent most of my life doing manual labor and understanding the danger that was around me all the time because I worked jobs that could literally kill you. And I got injured and the whole nine. And the immediacy of danger is something I understand. I understand. Okay, I got to watch my fingers when I do this. I got to be careful of this moving part, or this saw blade or this tool could break apart and drive metal through my body at any time, or this tractor could flip onto my chest if I'm not careful. True story. Had a tractor laying on my chest. Not not the best time I've ever had. If I'm 100% honest, had better days. Um, so I understand the immediacy of danger, but what I don't get as well is cumulative stress and compassion fatigue is what it's called. Being a human in an environment with young criminals where I have to both be a human with some personality and I have to have professional distance, um, from the people that I work with. It's not customer service where you can just be whoever you are, and as long as that's positive, then that's okay. Uh, in order to protect the people I work with, in order to protect myself, there has to be like this insulated layer between me and them. There has to be this distance, and at the same time, you're also dealing with a segment of humanity that's just been traumatized in unreal ways. And hearing the stories that these people tell, and talk about, but between themselves and to you, when they have no reason to lie, it fucks you up in the head. It really does. Um, Before juvenile corrections, my experience in corrections was limited to Shawshank Redemption and The Green Mile. Both Stephen King. But I didn't necessarily think that's the way it was because I understand that Hollywood is going to tell a story. It's not going to report facts, but I had no exposure. I had no idea. But anyway, the short story is the stress that accumulates from that is really weird. Every once in a while, I just find myself being really cranky and really distant, and that's some bullshit, man. So I mean that's part of the reason why I do this. I just sit down and I just talk and I have a good time. I make my stupid jokes and I know they suck and I don't care. If you're here watching this, then you don't care either, or you care and you do it anyway, so, because you're full of self-loathing. But that's not my responsibility. So there it is. Anyway, that's why I do this. It bleeds off stress, and I enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing it. Um, I fucking hate it when I say so much, man. So that little last pause was just me thinking about me saying and thinking in my brain, you're a disappointment, Baldwin. You're a disappointment. There's 7 billion people on the planet, and all of them are crying a little bit right now because you make that stupid noise. The whole planet is crying. In watching my videos, man, I hold my mouth open a little bit all the time, and it drives me fucking crazy. I have this constant little thing I do, and I'm like, man, what the hell's going on? thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate your patronage. Appreciate you watching and having patience with me and my weird ass. I'm going to keep Enormous the podcast. Slow down, buddy. Going to keep it the way it is, as a kind of an atmosphere where I can experiment and evolve and figure out what the fuck I'm doing. And I also want to talk about community. And boy, this is jumping around. It's like it was filmed in the back of a pickup. Anyway, so community podcast will be separate. I'm probably going to go a little bit longer because the topic I think will work better in that format. I'm also going to try to pull the audio off and maybe start something on SoundCloud or Spreaker. And it'll be cool. I'm going to do that weekends. So if you know me in real life and you know about my cult experience or you were there with me, help me jog my memory. And I could really use your feedback. I'd really appreciate that. Anyways, so look for that to come in the next couple of weeks. I'm still developing it and figuring out exactly how I'm going to approach it. Anyway, I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch this bit of ridiculousness. Stay tuned for cool things to come. As always, like it if you like it, or don't like it if you don't like it. Subscribe if you want. Share if you want. Got a body of work? Impress your friends with the people you know. Share my podcast. Or don't. It's all good. Anyway, I'm gone.